Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. What does this beatitude mean? Well, the meek here are those who are gentle in spirit, those who are kind to others. I've known people in my life, many Christians, who were not gentle or kind. They weren't meek. They were obstinate. They were angry. They were combative. They were not gentle and kind in their response to others, in their attitude towards others, in the way they behaved. But we must be meek. Now, meek doesn't mean weak. Meekness here carries with it the idea, and a true righteous man, one of ethical standards, is one who has the ability to violence, but is able to control that violence. And so later here, Jesus is going to talk in the Sermon on the Mount about turning the other cheek. He's not talking about defending ourselves or our loved ones against a brutal attack. He's talking about insults. And so the idea here is that the righteous man should be able to defend physically, to stop an attack or a brutal, a dangerous situation, but yet have the kindness, the gentleness to sidestep assaults. And those who do will inherit the earth. Now, what does that mean? Well, the word here really carries with it the idea of the land. And Jesus is referring back to the land promises that were made in the inheritances of the Jews as they entered into the promised land. If they were meek, if they were kind and gentle, if they were humble, then they would inherit the land that God had set aside for them. The same thing is true spiritually for you and I. If we are meek, gentle, and kind, if we have a humble, pure, and honest heart, which we'll talk more about later, then there is a promised land that awaits us, an inheritance that has been laid up for us in heaven. And those who are meek shall inherit that promise. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth.